I needed to go. The following is a presentation of Black Bear Sports Group. Watch the entire 2025-2026 United States Premier Hockey League season on the new exclusive home of the USPHL Premier and USPHL Elite, Black Bear TV. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. It is the 2025-2026 USPHL Premier home opener for the two-time Midwest Division champions and three-time USPHL National Championship Tournament participants, the MetroJets Development Program, MJDP, who will face off against the 10-time and reigning Great Lakes Division champions, as well as four-time Junior Hockey National champions, the MetroJets. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club up high in the flight deck. It is an honor and a privilege to be on the call for all the Jets home games for a fifth season here at MCIA. Up high in the flight deck, alongside color analyst and Black Bear TV broadcast producer Matt Naiman. And Matt, damn, it's good to see you, my friend. It's hockey time here in Mount Clemens, Michigan.
You know, I tell you what, we had a few times over the summer we would be able to get together at your racetracks and stuff like that, because that's what you do over the summer. But we're getting back into hockey mode here, and we're really looking forward to this season to see what these guys are going to bring in.
And why not come out swinging? MJDP against the brothers from across the locker room, the MetroJets. What a way to start the 25-26 season here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena.
Yeah, it's going to be great. This was a matchup that we were not expecting to have as a home opener. This is something we weren't expecting. And this is actually, I think, the first time this has happened since he's had these teams.
So theoretically, this is MJDP's home opener. The MetroJets home opener will be a week from today, Friday, September 26th, and they come out swinging as well. The home opener against none other than the Toledo Cherokee.
Yeah, that is going to be, it's always been a brutal matchup, fantastic games, and it's going to be really interesting to see that, especially at the beginning of the season, the way both these teams have brought in their special players that they know can do special things. Each one of those teams got them.
This is the fourth ever meeting between MJDP and the MetroJets. The Jets with a 2-1 record lifetime. The last time these two teams played, you got to go all the way back to October 27, 2023. The MetroJets skating to a 6-0 victory. Just 14 days prior to that, October 13th of 2023, MJDP pulling off the upset with a 3-2 victory.
Yeah, do I remember that, man. We were all hyped. The deck up here was just... the deck up here was literally bouncing. I remember that. These guys, they were so hyped up for that. It's an internal rivalry, so to say. But, you know, both these teams, the love that they have for each other, the support that they have for each other is just unmatched.
Let's jump into the Vital Title pregame show based in Farmington Hills, Michigan, with locations throughout Michigan and Florida. Vital Title is your real estate insurance leader, is led by Jamie Navin. You know her well. With over 30 years of experience, your property transaction offering the security of knowing your real estate transaction has been executed with expert attention to every detail. Learn more at VitalTitleAmerica.com or call 248-388-9376. Let's take a look at the team wearing the home blues. It is the MetroJets Development Program. Last season, finishing fourth in the USPHL Premier Midwest Division standings with a record of 22 wins, 19 losses, 2 overtime losses, and 1 shootout loss 1 season ago. And they come back with quite a few returnees. And we'll start things off with the highest scorer amongst the returnees from 1 season ago. Wears number 27 for their MJDP. It is the 18-year-old from St. Amand, de Gratham, Quebec, Canada. The 27 at Clovis Gamelin. Last year, Gamelin playing all 44 regular season games. 15 goals, 14 assists, 29 points on the season. Gamelin, the highest scorer returnee on this MJDP squad. Second amongst the players returning from last season, he wears number 38, the 19-year-old from Hillsdale, New Jersey. It's Chris Kobayashi. Kobayashi, the former Jersey Hitman, now in his second season with MJDP. Played 41 games last year, 12 goals, 12 assists, 24 points on the season. Second highest scorer amongst the returnees on this roster. And then you got to go back down a little bit to the third highest scorer amongst the returnees. He wears number 97 for MJDP. It is the 19-year-old from Petoskey, Michigan, Noah Baderka. Baderka joining the team about mid-season, played 22 games, exactly mid-season, exactly half the season. 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points on the season for Baderka, playing his first full season here with MJDP's second and a half. And he wears number 97 from the northern lower peninsula. That is Noah Baderka. Fourth on the team amongst the returnees on the roster, wears number 49, the 19-year-old from Montgomery Village, Maryland. It is Ryan Jacobson. Jacobson playing 38 games last season, splitting time between MJDP and the MetroJets Elite. Jacobson, 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points on the season. 1 year ago, and ironically enough, the highest scorer amongst defensemen returning on the roster is a player who played most of the year with the MetroJets Elite. Wears number 93, the 16-year-old from Wheeling, Illinois, Daniel Luska, making the MJDP roster out of training camp. Played 2 games on the MJDP roster, got 1 assist, but it's on the Elite side is where it mattered. 8th on the team in scoring on the Elite side, 7 goals, 22 assists, 29 points on the season. Answering the call in goal, he'll make his USPHL Premier debut. Wears number 31 for the MetroJets. It is the 19-year-old from Romeo, Michigan, Cameron Cyrus the Virus, who was phenomenal for the MetroJets Elite program 1 season ago. 15 games played, a .229 goals against average, a .931 save percentage, 3 shutouts on the season. He will make his USPHL Premier debut here today, and he gets the call against his brothers from across the locker room, the MetroJets. Cyrus now in his 2nd season with the MetroJets Hockey Club, 1st year on the USPHL Premier side. The team Cyrus will face to our left, it is the MetroJets. The senior team here within the MetroJets hockey stable. The 10-time and defending USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division champions. Record last season, 36 wins, 8 losses for 72 points. On the year, made it all the way to the USPHL Premier National Quarterfinals before suffering a 6-0 setback at the hands of the Springfield Picks. They are actually the designated road team today. Here in their home building at Mount Clemens Ice Arena, they're wearing the road whites here today. And leading the charge from last year's team, 2nd highest scorer on the roster from 1 year ago, wears number 3 for the MetroJets. It is the 19-year-old from Grosse Pointe, Michigan, A.J. Sakani. Sakani in 42 regular season games, 26 goals, 25 assists, 51 points on the season for Sakani, who wears number 3, being counted on as one of the key factors, one of the key returnees in this 25-26 season. 2nd on the team amongst the players that are returning from last year's roster. He was 4th overall 1 season ago in scoring. This year he wears number 14. It is the 20-year-old from Lakeport, Michigan, Sutton Majeski. Majeski. Last season, 42 games played, 18 goals, 30 assists, 48 points on the season. His final year of junior eligibility. Could have went to college, could have went to the ACHA Division I programs, chose to stay with the Jets for his final junior hockey year. And like Sakani, him and Majeski put together could absolutely be lethal in this 25-26 season. 3rd on the team from last year's squad that returns here for the 25-26 season. Wears number 20, the 19-year-old from Maribor, Slovenia. It's Luka Pivets. Pivets, so far, or last year, 42 games played, 21 goals, 26 assists, 47 points on the season for Pivets, the 5'11" gentleman from Slovenia, 3rd on the team in scoring from 1 season ago. He returns, along with the newly appointed captain, highest scorer amongst defensemen, the all-star defenseman, Where's number 15 for the MetroJets? The 20-year-old of St. Clair Shores, Michigan, Jake Taylor. Taylor, a breakout year, 1 season ago, now wearing the MetroJets logo for a 4th season. Taylor played all 44 games last year, 10 goals, 36 assists, 46 points on the season. And Taylor, right before the start of training camp, Director of Hockey Operations Justin Kinville wasted no time putting the C on the jersey of Jake Taylor, and a well-deserved captaincy for Taylor now in his 4th season. 5th amongst the team in scoring from last year's squad that returns here for the 25-26 season is a gentleman right next to him on your screen. Wears number 33, the 19-year-old from Muskegon, Michigan, Jackson Stone. Stone played all 44 regular season games last year, 7 goals, 25 assists, 32 points on the season. Stone, 5th amongst the players from last year's squad. Quite a few returnees from last year's squad. 7 in all return from last year's team that made it all the way to the national quarterfinals. Answering the call in goal here this afternoon. Played for the team that's across the ice from him 1 season ago. Where's number 90? The 19-year-old from Carmel, Indiana, Evan Peacock. Moves across the locker room this season. And wouldn't you know it, his first start is against his former team, the MetroJets development program. Peacock, last season, 13 games played for MJDP, a 322 goals against average, an 882 save percentage. Also was the emergency backup goaltender for the Muskegon Lumberjacks, the 2025 USHL Clark Cup champions. Late in the regular season 1 year ago, Peacock, the senior returnee from last year's MetroJets stable of goaltenders. Goaltender coach Randy Wilson loves Evan Peacock, the 6'4", 185-pound goaltender from the Hoosier State, Carmel, Indiana, outside of Indianapolis. Peacock will get the call today against his former team, MJDP. Coming up here in just a little bit, it'll be our Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop pregame interview. And we're going to start it off with our Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar, who's in our 3rd season with us. And we will be talking to her here in just a matter of moments. So MetroJets development program against the MetroJets. What a way, Matt Naiman, for us to kick off the 2025-2026 USPHL season here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. What better way to start it? MJDP against the MetroJets.
Well, you know, we sat around here through their training camp, and they had their little inner scrimmages, but the teams were not put together yet. So we didn't know who was playing what. So that being said right now, seeing how they put these teams together, this is going to be very interesting to really see how these kids, with a little bit of progression that they did, and we've seen the improvement just in the training camp alone, the little things that they worked on, and it's going to be really nice to see at this first game here with the 2 of them playing each other. We're going to get a real eye-opener on what these guys are all about.
This is the first of 2 meetings between these 2 clubs. These 2 teams will see each other again on Wednesday, October 29th, right here at MCIA. That time, it'll be the MetroJets, the designated home team. MJDP's got to move downstairs for the day.
Yeah. And, hey, we got ourselves a little special guest up here. And I did say little special guest up here. But
yes,
she's
indeed.
A big guest.
Yes, she is.
So
She absolutely is a wonderful
guest.
She's a wonderful guest. As you've been listening to the Vital Title pregame show, based in Farmington Hills, Michigan, with locations throughout Michigan and Florida, Vital Title is your real estate insurance leaders. Led by Jamie Naiman with over 30 years of experience in your property transaction, offering security and knowing your real estate transaction and executive expert attention to every detail. Learn more at VitalTitleAmerica.com or call 248-388-9376. Coming up next, Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop. Pre-game interview. Locations throughout the Metro Detroit area, including one less than a mile down the road from us here at MCIA. Get your morning started right or for a quick pick-me-up during the day. It's Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop. And how about we kick things off with a young lady returning for her 3rd season as our Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter, Sarah Vassar. Sarah, it is so good to see you again. I've missed you, honey.
I missed you.
Oh, come on. Bring it in.
Welcome
Bring it
back.
in. It's hard to believe, Sarah, that this is our third season here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. I remember that first day. You were so nervous. And you remember on the ice, we introduced you, and you absolutely knocked it out of the park. And you've been nothing short of phenomenal for us. It's so good to have you back.
Thank you. I'm happy to be back.
Now, Sarah, you and Matt Naiman, Tyler Naiman, you guys were down in Florida last month, the 2025 LATAM Cup. Tell us about that experience for you.
Oh, my gosh. It was a lot. It was a lot of hockey. It was super fun, though. It was crazy to see all the different countries that you don't think about, like with hockey, like Greece. Like, I was, like, looking at the line of the schedule, and I was like, Greece plays hockey? Like,
right?
I guess, like, I don't think about it, like, you know, hockey's hockey, but then I'm like, when you put it with a country, it's like crazy. And it was just so cool to see everyone come together and just represent their countries.
Yeah, and there was so many different countries there too, and there were so many hockey games over, what was it, 4 or 5 days down there?
No, it was a week.
It was a full week?
It was Sunday to Sunday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, I flew out Saturday, came home the following Monday. Sunday to Sunday.
And you know, I wanted to be down there, but my motorsports schedule didn't let it for me to work. I'm going to be there next year, I promise you.
Deal.
So here we are in our third season with the MetroJets Hockey Club. Of course, you are our Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on Ice reporter. What have you learned here in the previous 2 seasons that, you know, has given you more confidence, has given you more of an upswing here going into your third year?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I guess I'm just more comfortable, like, with a microphone. You've helped me a lot, making it a conversation with the player, talking about the game, what's going on, that kind of thing. So I don't know. I feel like I've gotten more confident. My questions have gotten better. Like, my just overall, like, I don't know, look, like,
right.
you know, like, energy has gotten better.
You know, so we look ahead to our third season together here with the MetroJets. And like me, well, we have 72 kids. I mean, between the 3 clubs, we have these are our children. You know, so it's so special to watch. To me, it's so special to watch them become men. You know what I mean? And let's take an example, Jake Taylor, this is his 4th year with us. We both remember him when he was shorter than he was now, didn't have the facial hair yet, wide-eyed rookie, just taking everything in. And now Jake Taylor, he's the 37th captain in team history.
I know, that's funny you say that with the facial hair thing, because him and I were just talking about it the other day, like when his first year and he had just his little baby face, and I don't even recognize those photos, and I'm like, that's you? But yeah, it's just so cool. And like, I make that, like, Jake and I are friends. Like, I don't know. I so many newbies, so many new people to learn. I don't know anybody, I feel.
Oh, since training camp, I've had to. We didn't have as much turnover this year as we did last year. We had like almost 50 new players here. This year, it's only down to like 30, which ain't too bad. You know, we got a couple in here, a bunch of players. I think it's like 15 total between the 2 clubs here today, making their USPHL junior hockey debut.
I know, that's awesome. I'm so excited.
Well, Sarah, we're going to let you go, get you ready. Our season has started. We have 40-some home games between the 3 clubs. We have our USPHL Detroit Showcase in November. I'm sure you're like me, going to be traveling to a few of the other showcases out of state. But it is such a privilege to have you with us. You're what makes this broadcast team so special. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sarah Vassar, our Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on Ice reporter. We'll take a short break, come back for pregame ceremonies, opening drop of the puck. You're watching MetroJets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV.
Woo!
And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. The 2025-2026 USPHL Premier Home Opener for the MetroJets Development Program, MJDP, who will face off against their brothers from across the locker room, the MetroJets. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club. As mentioned at the top of the Vital Title pregame show, such an honor, such a privilege to be a part of the MetroJets hockey organization. Can't thank Pete Kamick, Justin Kinville, the entire management and staff enough. Hard to believe, 5th season as the voice of the MetroJets. As we jump in to the Golden Greek scratches for the game, before and after the game, the official restaurant of the MetroJets Hockey Club, located literally across the parking lot from us here at MCIA. Scratches first for the visitors, the MetroJets. Scratch number 26 at Jaden Provencher. For the MetroJets Development Program, MJDP, scratch number 13 of Jarrett LeGros. As we just talked to in the Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop pregame interview, our Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter, Sarah Vassar, now her 3rd season with us with the MetroJets Hockey Club, a member of United States Figure Skating, USFS. Whether your focus in figure skating is individual, competition, testing, or recreational, MCFSC is for you. All these opportunities, as well as becoming a part of the Spirit family of figure skating, are available to you when you become a member. This is the first of many, many games on the schedule here today, Friday, September 19th, within the USPHL Premier. Whole bunch of games, amongst those with relevance to the Great Lakes Division as well as the Midwest Division. The Fort Wayne Spacemen will have their 2025-2026 home opener against the Chicago Crush later tonight. The Fresh Coast Freeze will host the Bearcat Hockey Club later this evening, while the Red River Spartans will host the Cincinnati Cyclones. The Columbus Mavericks host the Battle Creek Colonels later on this evening. Coming up here in just a little bit will be the Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization starting lineups. The Metro Junior Jets, Mount Clemens Hockey Club, offer Little Jets Learn to Skate program, house and travel hockey programs for girls and boys. The Junior Jets are also the only organization in Michigan to field a parent junior A hockey program. Matter of fact, there's 3 of them here at MCIA. A true development ladder of some of the most experienced coaches in Metro Detroit. It is the Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization. Just getting underway with the 2025-2026 season here within the USPHL Premier. And right now, looking at the Midwest Division, the Fort Wayne Spacemen are the only team in the division that's played a couple games. They split a weekend series down in the volunteer state of Tennessee with the Red River Spartans. The Spacemen leading the way with a record of 1 win and 1 loss. The Chicago Crush play tonight. MJDP is about to play, while the Chicago Cougars and Chicago T-Rex will open up their season soon. While in the Great Lakes Division, 4 of the 7 teams have kicked off their season, led by the Columbus Mavericks with a two-game sweep over the Cincinnati Cyclones in a home-and-home series. The Red River Spartans, as we mentioned, splitting a pair of games in their home opener with the Fort Wayne Spacemen. They're second in the division, tied for second with the Toledo Cherokee, who had their home opener last Saturday against the Battle Creek Colonels, a 7-1 victory by the Cherokee over the Colonels. The Bearcat Hockey Club will play the Fresh Coast Freeze tonight. The Freeze having their home opener, and, of course, the MetroJets getting ready to kick off their 25-26 season as the road team in their own building here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Kind of different to see head coach Jamie Lovell on the visitors' side of the benches here at MCIA as we get set to go to be head-to-head. Jamie Lovell against Jake Howie. Lovell now in his 10th season as a head coach of the MetroJets. Jake Howie, his 3rd year behind the bench for MJDP as we get set to go here in just a little bit. Of course, we're missing our PA voice here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena, Matt McKinder, who we should have next week as the MetroJets with a pair of home games here at MCIA. Their home opener next Friday, September 26th against the Toledo Cherokee. Vital Title pregame show at 4:15, face-off at 4:45. That is next Friday. And then next Saturday, September 27th, the Jets will host the currently unbeaten Columbus Mavericks. That Vital Title pregame shows at 4 o'clock, face-off at 4:30. By the way, the Jets in Cherokee on Friday. Vital Title pregame show 7:15 p.m., face-off at 7:45 next Friday night. So a little Friday night lights action here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. MJDP, after today, they don't return home until Friday, October 10th. Another non-divisional home game, this time against the Fresh Coast Freeze. That'll be on Friday, October the 10th. Vital Title pregame show at 2:15, face-off at 2:45. While the MetroJets Elite, we don't get to see them for the first time here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena until October 15th. That is on a Wednesday, as they will host the Fort Wayne Spacemen Elite. Vital Title pregame show at 11:45 a.m., face-off at 12:15 p.m. So waiting for both teams to head out onto the ice here in just a matter of moments. Fourth ever meeting between these two clubs. First ever meeting, all the way back to November 10th of 2020. Back in the days of Big Boy Arena. Back then it was Fraser Hockeyland. MetroJets skating to a 5-3 victory over MJDP. Of course, as we mentioned, the Vital Title pregame show. These two teams faced off twice during the 2023-2024 season. October 13th of 23, MJDP with a thrilling 3-2 victory over the MetroJets. While just 2 weeks later, the MetroJets got a little bit of revenge. A 6-0 triumph over MJDP back on October 27th. As we are just about set to go, both teams making their way onto the ice. And this one's going to be special. It's the MetroJets Development Program, MJDP, who will face off against the MetroJets. What a way to kick off the 2025-2026 hockey season, the United States Premier Hockey League, USPHL Premier. Glad you're with us on the new exclusive home of USPHL hockey. That is, of course, Black Bear TV. Certainly appreciative of our friends at Black Bear Sports Group for coming on board for the 2025-2026 season. And we'll turn things over to the PA here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Mount Clemens Ice Arena here in Mount Clemens, Michigan. It is the 2025-2026 home opener for the MetroJets Development Program, MJDP, who will face off against the MetroJets. Here's your starting lineups, and first for the visitors out of Mount Clemens, Michigan, the MetroJets. Starting at left wing, the 19-year-old from Grosse Pointe, Michigan, the number 3, A.J. Zaccani. Starting at right wing, the 20-year-old from Lakeport, Michigan, the 14, Sutton Majeski. Starting at center, the 19-year-old from Muskegon, Michigan, the 33 of Jackson Stone. On defense, the 20-year-old from Bois Chateau, Quebec, Canada. Welcome back, the 21, Enric Fournier. Also on defense, the 20-year-old from Port Huron, Michigan, the 4, Jay Blum. And starting in goal, the 19-year-old from Carmel, Indiana, the number 90, Evan Peacock. Head coach is Jamie Lovell behind the bench. And now the starting lineup for the MetroJets Development Program, MJDP. Starting at left wing, the 18-year-old from St. Amand, de Griffon, Quebec, Canada, the 27, Clovis Gamelin. Starting at right wing, the 19-year-old from Hillsdale, New Jersey, the 38, Chris Kobayashi. Starting at center, the 18-year-old from Fairfield, California, the number 10, Blake Brockett. Starting on defense, the 18-year-old from Harrison Township, Michigan, the 37, Mario Boscovich. Also on defense, the 20-year-old from Columbus, Georgia, the 24, Connor Wheeler. And starting in goal, the 19-year-old from Romeo, Michigan, the 31, Cameron Cyrus. Head coach of MJDP is Jake Howie. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our Star-Spangled Banner. Pre-game ceremony is complete. National anthem is played. And for the first time, the 2025-2026 USPHL hockey season, it's time to play some hockey here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Your referee is Grant Libstaff. The linesmen are Nick Kaiser and Dan Oleski. As the MetroJets Development Program, MJDP, they are the designated home team for this game. They're wearing the patriotic blue uniforms, white shoulders and red trim. They'll be skating right to left on your television screen. While the MetroJets, who also play their home games right here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena, here in Mount Clemens, Michigan, they are the road team today, wearing the patriotic white uniforms, blue shoulders and red trim. They are skating left to right on your Black Bear TV hockey dials. We get set to go. It is an honor and a privilege to bring you the 2025-2026 USPHL Premier Home Opener. We're underway here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. A.J. Zakani brings it in off the face-off. He'll dump the puck into the corner, met there by Sutton Majeski. Lets it go for Jake Blum. Blum's pass a little too far for Henrik Fournier. Good to have Fournier back in the MetroJets uniform. As Blum tried to dump it in, Kobayashi picks it off over by Boscovich. Boscovich knocked away there by Jackson Stone, but gets a little bell from Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin now lost it to A.J. Zakani. Zakani is second season with the Jets over to Jackson Stone, knocked away by Connor Wheeler. Stone now battles there with Wheeler along the boards. Majeski kicks it over. Try to feed it over to Zakani. Knocked away by Boscovich. Boscovich, one of several players on this MJDP squad, making their junior hockey debut. Is picked up by Blake Brackett, another player making his debut in junior hockey. Brackett will send the puck in. Blake Brackett, one of 13 players on this MJDP roster, making their junior hockey debut today. While countering on the other side, 8 players on the MetroJets roster making their junior hockey debut. One of those is Spencer Stanhope, trying to feed it up, picked off by Pivets. Pivets trying to get around Stanhope, who kicks it across over the 89 of Aiden Sharon. Sharon now, one of the newcomers, making his junior hockey debut alongside Aiden Hartzell, another newcomer, on a line with the veteran Luca Pivets. As Hartzell lost the puck there to Stanhope. Stanhope and Hartzell battle on the boards, picked up by Sharon. Sharon knocked away there. And by Ronnie Lubbers as Thomas LeBlanc sends it in on Evan Peacock, and Peacock covers, forcing a stoppage of play with 18:14 to go. Let's meet Evan Peacock, then the 19-year-old goaltender from Carmel, Indiana, playing against his former team in his first game with the MetroJets. He was part of the MJDP squad one season ago. Last season, 13 games played, a .322 goals against average, an .882 save percentage for the former Indiana Elite and Indy Junior Fuel Star. Now in his second season with the MetroJets Hockey Club, first with the main MetroJets team after spending his rookie year last year with the team he is playing today, the MetroJets Development Program. Ryder Novak trying to get it out, does with a little bit of help from Joel Patterson. More on him here in a little bit. Patterson comes in armed with credentials. As Joel Patterson, number 68, the 18-year-old from Queenstown, New Zealand, played for his native country in New Zealand in the World Junior Championships. 5 games played for the U20 team last season, while spending 3 seasons with the New Zealand's U18 program. Chase Martin now with the puck, another player on this Jet squad playing against his former team. Lost it there to Lucas Benavides on his shots there, saved by Peacock, and he'll hold on, forcing a stoppage of play with 17:32 to go here in first period. Yeah, Joel Patterson wears number 68 for the Jets. Played for his native country of New Zealand in the World Junior Championships. So 2 Kiwis on the MetroJets staff, along with Scott Jua, who plays for the MetroJets Elite program. We are going to get Patterson and Jua on a broadcast this year and just let them go. It's going to be the greatest broadcast in the history of junior hockey. I'm telling you. Picked up there by Gabe Outman. Outman now will bring it in. He's got Corey Anderson to his elbow with a shot and went through the skates of Anderson. Comes back to Fournier. Fournier now over to Tyler Fleming. Fleming with a shot through the screen off the skate of Gabe Outman. Comes back to Evangelista, over to Fournier, back over to Fleming. Fleming steps up, fires just wide on Cyrus. Comes back to Fournier with a shot, deflected up high and wide. Picked off there by Connor Wheeler. Wheeler feeds it up, but knocked out, kept in by Evangelista. Also playing against his former team, MJDP. Sandro Evangelista spent last year with MJDP. Jay Blum, one of the returnees for the Jets, battles there with Boscovich. As Blum now behind the net. Wore 54 last year. This year he's number 4. Comes back over to Gabe Outman with a shot. Was blocked. Wheeler trying to get it out, and he does. Picked up by Isaac Bunk, the former Motor City Gambler, playing with the MetroJets now. Passes over to Blum. Blum brings it in. Blum trying to get around Boscovich, who spent his high school years, Mario Boscovich did, right here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena with the Lance Cruz Unified Crusaders the last 4 years. So surroundings-wise, Boscovich right at home as Kobayashi dumps the puck in. Evan Peacock will play it. He'll wrap it around the boards for Sandro Evangelista. Too far for Anderson. Comes back to Evangelista. Knocks it over. Picked up by Uzusinis. Paulius Uzusinis, a former Chicago Cougar, now part of MJDP's program. Dumps it in on Peacock. Picked up by Isaac Bunk. Bunk trying to get it across over to Zaccani. Zaccani now lets it go for Bunk. Feeds it up to Jackson Stone. Majeski trying to feed it through his legs. Picked up by Stone. Stone with a backhand shot. Knocked away by Cyrus. Comes back to Stone with a shot off the pad of Cyrus. Zaccani trying to knock it away. Uzusinis knocks it over to the corner. Picked up there by Gamelin off of a pass from Pratt. Uzusinis couldn't keep it in, offside the call. 46 of Paulius Uzusinis spent last year with the Chicago Cougars in the Premier and Elite side. And it was on the Elite side. 7th of the team in scoring. Highest score amongst defensemen for the Cougars last season for their Elite squad. Playing his first game in a MetroJets uniform. As Chase Martin feeds it up to the captain, Jake Taylor. Taylor now up to Luka Pivets. Pivets pressured there by Badurka. Knocked away by Taylor. Now back over to Chase Martin. Martin now over to Aiden Sharon. Sharon comes armed with credentials. The 20-year-old from Livonia, Michigan, former Ironwood Lumberjack in the Superior International Junior Hockey League. Feeds it to Aiden Hartzell. Nice play by Daniel Luska to negate the breakaway by Aiden Hartzell. Comes back down to the 92 of Thomas LeBlanc. LeBlanc trying to feed it up, picked up by Sharon, but knocked away by LeBlanc. Hartzell back over to Chase Martin. Martin sends it across, blocked by LeBlanc. Picked up by Luka Pivets. Back over to Chase Martin over in the corner. Martin now pressured by LeBlanc. Martin now will skate it in himself. He'll fire it across. Oh, deflect by Sharon. Sharon trying to feed it off the backside of Cyrus. And comes out, not out, kept in. Hartzell misfired. Trying to get it around a pair of MJDP players. Alex Fournier, who's ironically playing for the first time ever against older brother Enric Fournier. The first time in their lives they've played against each other. And it's Alex Fournier over to Badurka. Picked off by Owen Coulter. Coulter now over to Joel Patterson. Patterson brings it in. Patterson sends it across. I was looking for Coulter. He was knocked away by Fournier. Comes back to Badurka, who knocks it into the Jet zone. Fleming off to the races with Lucas Benavides. Kicks it over to Caleb Simpson. We talked about Jake Taylor. Caleb Simpson, his third season in the MetroJets hockey organization. He's climbed the ladder from the elite squad all the way to the team as Wheeler with a shot. Peacock with a save. Comes back to Simpson now to Joel Patterson. Patterson now with the puck. Backhands it into the neutral zone. Picked up there by Spencer Stanhope, the 19-year-old from Spring Lake, Michigan, former New Jersey Titan. Stanhope making his junior hockey debut in his home state of Michigan, spending time in junior. Oh, giveaway for Raleigh with a shot. Save, rebound. Cyrus with 2 big saves, and he'll hang on, forcing a stoppage of play with 12:54 to go here in the first period. And let's meet Cameron Cyrus, the 19-year-old from Romeo, Michigan, making his USPHL Premier debut here today. After spending last year with the MetroJets Elite program, Cyrus, the 15 games played at .229 goals against average, .931 save percentage, 3 shutouts last season, his first year of junior hockey with the Jets Elite program. And ironically, Cyrus the Virus making his USPHL Premier debut here today as Gabe Outman with a shot knocked away by Donald Pratt. We're going to talk a lot about Donnie Pratt throughout the course of the season, former Palm Beach Typhoon. Goes back to Yuzushinist. Picked off by Simpson, and now Simpson battles over Jacobson. Tyler Fleming will collect. Fleming, the 19-year-old from Essex, Ontario, Canada, outside of Windsor. For those that know the geography of the province of Ontario, only about 45 minutes down the road. His grandpa's with him here today, watching his junior hockey debut. Comes back right down in front. Backhand shot there by Aiden Rabone, the former Atlanta Mad Hatter. Now one-on-one. Here comes Ryder Novak. He's got Evangelista trailing. Fed it across. Knocked away by Clovis Gamelin. Now Gamelin back over to Rabone. Rabone now back to Gamelin. Gamelin waiting for reinforcements. Back in pass over to Kobayashi. Chris Kobayashi knocked to the boards by Enric Fournier. And it comes back to Daniel Luska. Luska trying to kick it over to Rabone as a former Atlanta Mad Hatter, making his USPHL premier debut today. Spent last year with the Mad Hatters lead squad. Now Evangelista's off to the races. He's got Sakani heading towards the net with a shot, save, rebound, comes across, and Sakani lost in his skates. Couldn't quite pull the trigger. Comes back the other way, the Jets up to Blum. All the pass from Sakani. Gamelin knocks it away from him, picked up by Daniel Luska. Luska back over to Gamelin. Gamelin tried to get it out, kept in by Jake Blum, was in towards the net, kicked away by Luska. Luska tried to backhand it out, kept in by Jackson Stone. Stone through the legs of Luska. Comes back over the shot there, was blocked by Alex Fournier. Over to Sutton Majeski, poked away by Cyrus. Comes back over to Kobayashi. Chris Kobayashi now with the puck. Trying to get it out, not out, kept in by Enric Fournier, but his shot was blocked. Nice block there by Clovis Gamelin, but he's got to pay the price in that one with his right skate. As Taylor feeds it up to Sakani. A.J. Sakani brings it in. Waits for reinforcements, decided to shoot off the blocker of Cyrus. Comes back, Isaac Bunk with a shot, blocked, tipped up high and out and away from Cyrus. Comes back to Brackett, who was knocked away by Isaac Bunk. Bunk sends it in. Back and forth action here in the home opener for MJDP. No score, 10:20 to go here in the first period. As MJDP comes back again, Alex Fournier off the board, looking for Thomas LeBlanc. LeBlanc knocked away by Jake Taylor. Now Isaac Bunk grabs it. Bunk on the rush, turnover out in front, and Brackett had a shot, and Peacock steers it aside. Comes back for Sutton Majeski. He's got Jackson Stone heading towards the net, but Badurka knocks it away. Isaac Bunk will send it right back in the delayed offside. Comes back to LeBlanc. Thomas LeBlanc, the 17-year-old from St. Heinz, Quebec, Canada, outside of Montreal. Feeds it over to Badurka. Pressure there by Corey Anderson. Anderson, a graduate from the elite squad, right up to the main team. Knocked away there by the 37 of Mario Boscovich. Martin with a shot, blocked by Wheeler. Comes back to Corey Anderson. Anderson now to Pevitz. Pevitz now. Pressure there by Connor Wheeler. Pevitz back hands it over to Anderson. Anderson feeds it up to Caleb Simpson. Simpson now back over to Anderson. Corey Anderson, cross ice pass to Chase Martin. Martin will send it over in the corner. Met there by Aiden Sharon, who lets it go for Pevitz. Back over to Sharon. Comes back, though, to the 71 of Caleb Curdo. Curdo will dump the puck in. Another player making his USPHL premier debut. Back about his junior debut. That is Caleb Curdo. Comes back to Sharon. Sharon will bring it in over to Corey Anderson with a shot. Deflected up in the rafters and out of play with 8:59 to go here in the first period. Back and forth action. Shot 7-6 in favor of the Jets over MJDP. This game has been everything we have expected so far between the two teams, the brothers from across the locker room here at MCIA. Face-off won by the Jets. Picked up by Hartzell, trying to feed it to Patterson, was knocked away. Bouncing puck, eludes Tyler Fleming. He'll go after it. Evan Peacock comes to help him out. He'll feed it over to Tyler Fleming. The former Chatham Maroon in the Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League as nets knocked out of rafters. Let's meet Tyler Fleming, the number 44. Played last year, split his time with the Chatham Maroons in the Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League as well as the Essex 73s, where he spent 2 seasons. Previous to that was a Wheatley Shark in the PJCHL. Spent 2 seasons there as well, making his United States junior hockey debut. That is Tyler Fleming, the 19-year-old from outside of Windsor in Essex, Ontario. Benavides with a shot. Blocker saved by Peacock. Comes back to Yuzushinis. Back over to Stanhope with a shot. Deflected up in the rafters and out of play with 8:30 to go here in the first period. lot of new players. We're going to meet them all throughout the course of the afternoon. Owen Coulter, graduate from the MetroJets Elite Program. Centering the line with Ryder Novak, as well as Gianluca Varelli. Varelli played with MJDP last year, while Ryder Novak, from a former Detroit Country Day Yellow Jacket, where he spent all 4 years of his high school career, including last year's leading scorer. Jay Blum, Balzera Benavides, who went down in the heap. Puck comes out, knocked away by McLean, but Varelli now. Up to Coulter. Coulter now. He's got Ryder Novak to his left elbow. Coulter brings it across. Knocked on the puck by Yuzushinis. And now picked up there by McLean. McLean out of Benavides. Benavides with a shot was blocked by Jake Taylor. Comes back to Isaac Bunk. Bunk up to Varelli. Gianluca Varelli also playing against his former team MJDP. Comes back to Fournier. Over to Daniel Luska, graduate of the MetroJets Elite Program. You see the graduations and the advancement of these players. That's what the MetroJets Hockey Club is all about. Many, many scouts come to every single home game, and you'll see actually quite a few at many of the away games, and especially the showcases, as Grady Smith making his junior hockey debut. The 17-year-old from Gaylord, Michigan, feeds it across. Landon Graham collides with Chase Martin, the former teammates. Picked up by Zaccani. Picked up by Rabone. And Rabone now with a puck. Picked it across. Zaccani with a shot. Was sticked away. Comes back over to Majeski. And Majeski comes back across. And now picked up by Taylor with a shot. Was looking for the deflection by Peeves. Back over to Chase Martin. Martin now with the puck. Scrambles his way through to Zaccani. Zaccani with a shot. Cyrus with a save. Comes back to Grady Smith on the rebound. The former Gaylord Blue Devil. Up to Aiden Rabone. Rabone had a puck knocked away by Sutton Majeski. Majeski now with the puck. 6:30 to go here in the first period. No score. As Jake Taylor will send it across. Up to Peeves. Too far for him. Picked up by Mario Boscovich. Boscovich now to Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin now will bring it in through center ice. Gamelin around Stone to Kobayashi. Kobayashi back in looking for Clovis. Gamelin with a shot, and Peacock covers with 6:14 to go here in the first period. Shots now 9 apiece between the Jets and MJDP. No score. 6:14 to go here in period number 1. Back to Evangelista. Puck was knocked away there by Boscovich. Comes back to Jackson Stone. Stone top of the face-off circle. Backhand shot. Was knocked away by Gamelin. Trying to feed Kobayashi. Goes through his legs and now to Caleb Simpson at center ice. Backhands into his own corner. Evangelista off the boards. Brings it in. Knocked away there by Boscovich. But Evangelista on the second effort. Steers it into the corner. Met there by Connor Wheeler. Wheeler now not out. Kept in by Caleb Simpson with a shot. Cyrus steers that aside. Comes back to Connor Wheeler on the rebound. The native of Columbus, Georgia. Just celebrated his 20th birthday 3 days ago. Novak now to Evangelista. Evangelista leaves it there. Shot there up high. And out of play with 5:24 to go here in period number 1. Coming up here at the end of the first period, it will be the National Coney Island first period interview, our second appearance of the season by Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on Ice reporter Sarah Vassar. And she'll talk to players that are making an impact throughout the course of the 2025-2026 season. LeBlanc trying to send it up to Ronnie Lubbers, making his USPHL Premier debut. Another player, a graduate of the MetroJets Elite Program. You see the advancement, as we mentioned. Now Outman off to the races with Yuzushinis. Backhands it there for Sharon. Sharon and Hartzell with a shot, and Cameron Cyrus with a save with 4:47 to go here in period number 1. What a save by Cameron Cyrus in his USPHL Premier debut. Another graduate, as we mentioned, from the MetroJets elite team. You see the advancement. We've talked about it all day. Backhand shot there on a steal by Ben McLean, making his junior hockey debut. Feeds it up, shot there by Pratt, was blocked by Owen Coulter. Coulter now, the fellow elite graduate Corey Anderson. Coulter knocked to the boards, picked up by Anderson. Over to Patterson, back to Taylor. Taylor now to Isaac Bunk. Bunk with a shot, saved by Cyrus, off through a screen. Comes back to Caleb Curdo. Curdo sends it across, too far for Benavides. Isaac Bunk will collect, 4:05 to go. Curdo almost with a turnover. Picked up by Jake Taylor. Taylor now with the puck, he'll dump it in. Bouncing puck on Cyrus. Picked up by Daniel Luska. Luska off the boards, Lucas Benavides. Benavides, the former Archbishop McCarthy Maverick, Florida high school hockey ranks. Feeds it up to Caleb Curdo. Curdo, the former Livonia Red Stallion. A shot there, point blank, by Landon Graham. Another graduate of the USPHL elite side. As he's on a line there with Grady Smith, comes back to Pratt. Pratt feeds it up, trying to feed to Jacobson, but knocked away by Zaccani. Comes back to Joel Patterson. Patterson now with the puck. Patterson knocked off the puck there by Grady Smith. Nice defensive play, and here comes Connor Wheeler the other way. Kicked away by Zaccani and picked up by Donald Pratt. The former Palm Beach Typhoon, Donald Pratt. Ironically, Pratt making his USPHL premier debut after his 2 seasons with the Palm Beach Typhoons elite squad. So many debuts today on the USPHL premier side. As Peeves knocked away by Jacobson, picked up by Smith, but was pickpocketed by Peeves. Over to Sutton Majeski. Majeski to the point to Chase Martin. Martin across. Over to Caleb Simpson. Back over to Majeski with a shot off the glove of Cyrus and out of play with 2:47 to go here in period number 1. Back and forth contest with MJDP now out shooting the Jets 14-11. No score. 2:47 to go here in the first period. But Matt Hartzell with a shot, he scores! Aiden Hartzell finally breaks the scoreless tie. The 17-year-old from Muskegon, Michigan, the former Muskegon Reese Puffer Rocket, in his USPHL junior hockey debut, puts the Jets on the board. They lead 1-0. Top corner over the right shoulder of Cameron Cyrus. And Aiden Hartzell, just 17 years old from Muskegon, Michigan, puts the Jets on the board. And they lead 1-0 over MJDP. Simpson feeds it across over to Chase Martin. Martin knocked away there by Blake Brackett. Knocked to the boards. Picked up by Varelli. Varelli comes across, trying to feed it up to Caleb Simpson, but too far. And play continues. And we'll get you that goal and an assist here in just a little bit. Picked up by Jackson Stone. Stone will send it in. And we'll get that goal call for you here in just a second. And Stone trying to feed it over to Hartzell. Too far for him. MetroJets goal. His first goal of the season. Scored by number 7, Aiden Hartzell. Assisted by number 33, Jackson Stone. And number 40, Gianluca Varelli. Time of the goal, 17-18 in the first period. That's the Jets' first goal. Hartzell, his first of the season from Stone and Varelli at 17-18 of the first period. So Aiden Hartzell, his first goal in his first junior hockey game on the assist from Jackson Stone and Gianluca Varelli at 17-18 has given the Jets a 1-0 lead over MJDP. As Thomas LeBlanc trying to feed it up to Lubbers, who went behind him, and now Tyler Fleming grabs it. 1 minute remaining in the first period. Comes back over to Fleming. Fleming now knocked away by LeBlanc. Evangelista will grab it. Sandro Evangelista, another player playing against his former team, MJDP. LeBlanc with a big hit, but Evangelista stands tall. Comes back to Ronnie Lubbers. Lubbers feeds it up to Baderka. Knocked away from him and now picked up by Isaac Bunk. Bunk now with the puck. Feeds it over to Jake Blum. Blum knocked away there by the 92 of LeBlanc. Isaac Bunk has to retreat into his own zone. 25 seconds left here in the first period. MetroJets 1-0 lead over MJDP. Hayden Sharon had the puck knocked away from him. Kept in though by Blum, but not offside with 16.7 seconds left here in the first period. $15 seconds left. Jets trying to press here as the clock ticks away right on in front. Cyrus with a save. Just as the horn sounds to end period number 1. Shots on goal in the first period. The MetroJets with 11 while MJDP with 15. The score at the end of 1 period of play. The MetroJets 1. MetroJets Development Program, MJDP 0. Coming up next, it'll be the National Coney Island first period interview and our second appearance of the day by Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter. But it's the first time of this season where she stands on the ice, and who better to kick off the 2025-2026 USPHL Premier season than with the 37th captain in Jets history, Jake Taylor, standing by with Sarah Vassar.
Thanks, Matt. So, Jake, you are our 37th captain. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's a real honor, and being here for my 4th year, the 3 years before me, I had 3 unbelievable captains, learned everything I know from them, but it's definitely an awesome feeling, and it's great to be able to represent this team, not just only as a player, but as a captain, as a leader, and I'm just looking forward to this season, ready to go.
Well, congratulations on that. So this is the first game. You guys are playing against your brothers in the locker room, MJDP. What's it like kicking off the season like this?
I mean, it's definitely a blast. I'm just glad we're playing hockey, but yes, they are our brothers in the locker room, but today they're not. Today, this is an opponent, and this is a team we're going against. We want to beat these guys, so we're going hard. We're not treating it like it's a MetroJets DP game, like it's any other team that we're going to play this year.
All right, well, good luck with the rest of the game. Back up to you guys on the flight deck.
Sarah, thank you so much, and gosh darn it, it's so good to hear you and see you on the ice again.
I said to Jake, do you remember how to do this?
Right. And again, congratulations to Jake Taylor, the 37th captain in team history. We're going to take a short break, about 10 minutes or so. Come back for a first period recap and start the second period. To score at the end of 1 period of play, the MetroJets 1, MJDP 0. You're watching MetroJets hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Our 2025-2026 home opener for the MetroJets development program, MJDP, who trail 1-0 at the hands of their brothers from across the locker room, the MetroJets. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club up high in the flight deck alongside Black Bear TV broadcast producer and normally our color analyst, Matt Naiman, alongside cameraman Tyler Naiman, while Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassar patrols the building. As we jump into the first period recap, brought to you by National Coney Island. National Coney Island has been in business since 1965, celebrating their 60th anniversary here in the 2025 calendar year, and currently owns and operates over 20 restaurants here in southeastern Michigan. Corporate headquarters are located just across down the road in Roseville, Michigan, home of the original location. Call 1-888-44-CONEY and order now. Shots on goal in the first period. The MetroJets with 11, while MJDP has fired 17 shots at MetroJets goaltender Evan Peacock. And it was Peacock's teammate, Aiden Hartzell, opening the scoring on the new season. Hartzell, the 17-year-old rookie from Muskegon, Michigan, the former Muskegon Reese Puffer Rocket, picking up his first goal in his first Junior Hockey League junior game on the assist from Jackson Stone and Gianluca Varelli. That came at 17-18 of the first period to give the Jets a 1-0 lead over MJDP. No penalties in that first period. But the biggest thing, MJDP outshooting the Jets 17-11. But so far, Evan Peacock, the 19-year-old goaltender from Carmel, Indiana, has stopped all 17 shots he has faced. While Cameron Cyrus, his counterpart, has been phenomenal in goal, despite the goal let in by Aiden Hartzell. Cyrus making his USPHL Premier debut, while Peacock playing his first game as a MetroJet against his former team, the MetroJets development program. As for MJDP, their next game coming up a week from tomorrow, Saturday, September 27th, they'll play their first road game of the season as they'll travel down to PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana to face off against the USPHL Premier Midwest Division rivals, the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Face off at 7 o'clock. That is a week from tomorrow. And then, just 11 days later, MJDP heads back to the Hoosier State in a return date with the Fort Wayne Spacemen on October the 8th. That is a Wednesday. Face off at 3 o'clock that day. The next home game for MJDP will be 3 weeks from tonight. Friday, October 10th, MJDP's first ever matchup with the Fresh Coast Freeze. Vital title pregame show at 2:15, face-off at 2:45. That'll be the second game of doubleheader Friday that day. Well, the MetroJets will officially have their home opener a week from tonight. Friday, September 26th, a head-to-head matchup with their biggest rivals in all of junior hockey, the Toledo Cherokee. Vital title pregame show at 7:15, face-off at 7:45 p.m. And the very next day, Saturday, September 27th, the MetroJets face off against the Columbus Mavericks right here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Vital title pregame show at 4 o'clock, face-off at 4:30. And the Jets head down to Ohio Health Chiller Ice Rinks North in Lewis Center, Ohio on October 3rd to play the Mavericks. 8 o'clock face-off. That is 2 weeks from today, Friday, October 3rd. And 3 weeks from today, we mentioned MJDP playing the Fresh Coast Freeze. Well, the first game of that Friday doubleheader, the Jets will host the Battle Creek Colonels right here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Vital title pregame show at 11:45 a.m. Face-off at 12:15 right here, live on Black Bear TV. So both teams back on the ice, getting ready for period number 2. These two teams will play each other just once more at least as far as the regular season schedule goes. On Wednesday, October 29th, right here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena, the MetroJets will be the home team against MJDP. That is on Wednesday, October 29th. Vital Title pregame show at 11:30 a.m. Face-off at high noon, 12 p.m. That is on Wednesday, October 29th. The second and final meeting of the regular season between MJDP and the MetroJets. MJDP, of course, the home team, wearing the patriotic blue uniforms, white and red trim. They're skating left to right on your television screen, while the MetroJets, they are the designated road team for this game, wearing the road whites with the blue shoulders and red trim. They're skating right to left on your Black Bear TV television dial. Fournier feeds it back over to Jake Blum as we begin period number 2. Majeski sends it in. Cameron Cyrus leads it there for Connor Wheeler, both former teammates in the Jets elite squad 1 season ago. Graduating up to the USPHL Premier side. And Rick Fournier with a shot up high and wide. Gamelin grabs the rebound, feeds it over to Connor Wheeler. Wheeler feeds it back over to Boscovich. Boscovich kicks up to Gamelin. Not out, kept in. Blum with a shot. Cyrus with a save. Stone tried to feed it over to Majeski, went through his skates, and it goes all the way back into the corner. And Rick Fournier, who is a former MJDP player, returning to the Jets stable, feeds it over to Jake Blum. Blum battles there with Clovis Gamelin, up to Jackson Stone. Stone quick pass to Sutton Majeski. Majeski in front of the benches, 3-on-2 if they hurry. Majeski to Stone. Stone with a shot was blocked away, knocked away, shot there, save, rebound! And the initial signal was pointed at the net by referee Grant Lipstaff. And we'll see what the call is. Initially, referee Grant Lipstaff pointed it as a goal, and now he's talking to linesman Nick Kaiser and ruled no goal. So we're still 1-0 with 18:51 to go here in period number 2. Sharon wins that draw. Well, was knocked away by Badurka. Knocked away from him by Hartzell, who's got the lone goal in this game. Picked off there by Aiden Sharon. Sharon over to Hartzell. Hartzell feeds it up to Isaac Bunk. Bunk now steps up. Flop of face-off circle with a shot. Save. Puck is loose. And went just to the right of goaltender Cameron Cyrus. Comes back to Bunk with a shot into the paraphernalia of Cameron Cyrus, who hangs on with 18:24 to go here in period number 2. Now, just an FYI, both Cameron Cyrus and his counterpart Evan Peacock, first whistle after after the halfway point of this period, a scheduled dual goaltender change. So both your starters going to play the first half of this game before giving way to their counterparts. Arno Paradis will make his junior hockey debut here in just a little while Philippe Hall will also make his junior hockey debut for MJDP and the MetroJets respectively. And that is a planned goaltender change on the parts of both head coaches Jamie Lovell and Jake Howie for the Jets and MJDP respectively. Hartzell kicks it over to Isaac Bunk, the former Motor City Gambler. Luka Pivets. Pivets now to Aiden Sharon. Sharon's got speed. The 20-year-old from Livonia, Michigan, trying to feed it up off the skate of Caleb Curto. And Cameron Cyrus just got the right skate out to make the save. Inadvertently on the Curto pass. Benavides with a pickpocket. Comes back to Landon Graham. Knocked away there by Ryder Novak. Knocked away by Chase Martin, and here comes Martin the other way. Martin pressured there by Benavides. Knocked away by Landon Graham. Feeds it back through the legs of Alex Fournier. Ryder Novak goes to get it, but there by Daniel Luska. Luska sidesteps Novak. Comes back, no. To Caleb Simpson. Simpson with a shot. Goes wide of the net. Comes back the other way. Alex Fournier, the younger brother of Enric Fournier, who plays on the opposite bench. Comes back to Benavides. Lucas Benavides to Landon Graham. Too far for Benavides on the return pass. Picked up by Owen Coulter. Coulter knocked to the boards, picked up by Benavides with a shot, and Peacock steers it aside with 16:28 to go here in period number 2. Face off deep in the Jet zone. Corey Anderson on the line with Sandro Evangelista and Gabe Outman. MJDP counters with Noah Baderka. It's Thomas LeBlanc and Grady Smith. Outman kicks it over to Tyler Fleming. Fleming now up to Evangelista, knocked away by Donnie Pratt. Pratt will send it behind the net. Fleming will go get it. Met there by Rebone. Aiden Rebone kicked it up, but knocked away by Corey Anderson. Now back to Henrik Fournier. Comes back to Pratt at the point. Pratt with a shot pad saved by Peacock. Comes back to Tyler Fleming on the rebound. Knocked away by Noah Baderka. Henrik Fournier comes to help out. Kicks it over into the corner for Sandro Evangelista, who sends it in the neutral zone. Boscovich dumps it right back in, right to Evangelista's stick. Here comes Sandro Evangelista. Up to Henrik Fournier, who kicks it over away from Boscovich. Knocked away by Donnie Pratt as they go head first in the boards. Bouncing puck, blockered away by Cyrus. Comes back to Gabe Outman, knocked off the deflection to Fleming. Comes back to Evangelista. Corey Anderson, who misfired. And the puck goes all the way back down into the Jet zone. Evan Peacock will send it up. Corey Anderson trying to keep it, trying to catch MJDP in the line change, but Pratt will knock it away. Kobayashi feeds it up to Blake Brackett. Nice defensive play by Isaac Bunkin. Here come the Jets the other way. Evangelista double team, picked up by Varelli. Varelli steps up, fires, blocked by Kobayashi. Anderson feeds it up to Evangelista, who's blocked there by Stanhope. And here comes Kobayashi the other way. Chris Kobayashi knocks into the Jet zone. Isaac Bunk will go after it. Pressure there by Blake Brackett. Comes back, not out. Kept in by Clovis Gamelin. Isaac Bunk trying to get it out. Stanhope with a drive, deflected by Kobayashi wide. Rebound comes across off the crossbar. Comes back over to Stanhope. Stanhope knocked away out of midair by Bunk. Comes out right through the goal mouth, and Peacock knocks it away. The net comes off the moorings with 14:39 to go here in period number 2. One nothing score. Play still deep in the Jet zone. Comes across, picked up by Majeski. Majeski off the boards. Now he's got speed, trying to feed out, but Alex Fournier's got some speed of his own. The 17-year-old from Bois-Chateau, Quebec, Canada, outside of Montreal. Picked up by LeBlanc. LeBlanc now to Noah Baderka. The former Petoskey Northman sends it into the corner, met there by Isaac Bunk, who knocks it away, looking for Zaccani, instead found LeBlanc. Over to Daniel Luska at the point. Luska with a shot, saved by Peacock. Comes back over to Majeski. Majeski on the boards to Zaccani, knocked away by Luska. But goes back into the corner. Baderka trying to keep it in, and he does. But right to the stick of Sutton Majeski, who knocks it into the neutral zone. Comes back to Alex Fournier. Fournier now to Ronnie Lubbers. Lubbers knocked to the puck by Martin. Gets a little bit of help from LeBlanc. Tomas LeBlanc knocked off the puck by Isaac Bunk. Bunk trying to feed it up to Gianluca Varelli. Varelli kicks it over to Chase Martin. And here comes Martin the other way. Martin pressured by Luska and Alex Fournier, who brings it in. Martin now around Alex Fournier. Knocked off the puck there by the 71 of Caleb Curdo, and feeds up to Noah Baderka. Baderka comes across now. Curdo now to Alex Fournier. Knocked off the puck by Aiden Hartzell. Comes back to Benavides. Benavides kicks it over to Ben McLean. McLean pressured there by the captain, Jake Taylor. Ben McLean, the 19-year-old from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the former West Side Mutt with a shot. Was blocked by Martin as Connor Wheeler dumps into the corner. Taylor's there alongside Curdo. Comes back to Gianluca Varelli. Varelli now trying to feed Zaccani, who deflects it in the MJDP zone. Picked up by Connor Wheeler. 12:45 to go here in period number 2. MetroJets clean to a 1-0 lead over the brothers from across the locker room, the MetroJets development program. Caleb Curdo kicks it up. We're trying to feed it to Benavides, but comes back to Fleming. Fleming now to Jake Taylor. Taylor now to Luka Pivets. Knocked away by Connor Wheeler. Ben McLean tried to grab it, but Jackson Stone picked his pocket. Nice defensive play by Wheeler. Comes back to Stone. Over to Jake Taylor at the point. Taylor with a shot off the backside of Alex Fournier. Comes back to Aiden Hartzell. Hartzell now to Stone. A pair of former Muskegon Reese Puffer Rockets. On a line with Luka Pivets. Kick the right in front. Stone with a shot. Saved by Cyrus. Point blank opportunity by Jackson Stone. Fleming comes back over to the captain, Jake Taylor. Taylor brings it in. Over to Aiden Hartzell. Hartzell top of the face-off circle. Steps up. Fires off the shoulder of Cyrus. And out of play. $11:52 to go here in period number 2. Shots on goal. MetroJets was 6 this period for a 2-period total of 23. As they have now outshot their counterparts, MJDP, who has 5 shots this period for a first half-ish total of 16. Rebound knocked away by Aiden Sharon. Sharon pressured there by Donald Pratt. Nice play on the boards by Pratt. The former Palm Beach Typhoon now brings it in. He's got Aiden rebound to his right elbow. Pratt with a shot deflected wide by Peacock. Rebound comes across, saved by Peacock. Here comes Sharon the other way to Ryder Novak. Novak's got speed. Novak with a shot off the side of the net. Gets off his own rebound over to Enric Fournier with a drive just wide. Rebound caught by Caleb Simpson. Rebound trying to get it out. Kept in. Fournier over to the corner for Owen Coulter. Coulter now to Sharon. Sharon back to Coulter. Knocked off the puck there by Ryan Jacobson. Comes back to Enric Fournier. Fournier feeds it across. Over to Ryder Novak. Novak to Caleb Simpson. Simpson with a shot deflected wide through the legs of Owen Coulter. Comes back to Ryan Jacobson. Kicked over to Landon Graham. Landon Graham. Last season's second leading scorer on the MetroJets Elite program. Over to Blake Brackett. Brackett knocked away there by Joel Patterson. And picked up by Brackett. The former Tahoe Prep Academy graduate. Knocked away there as Enric Fournier dumps it in. Gabe Outman goes after it. Pressured there by Yuzushinis. Now Kobayashi. Pickpocketed there by Joel Patterson. Patterson kicks it over to Jake Blum. Blum with a shot looking for the deflection, goes wide. Comes back to Isaac Bunk. Bunk now with the puck. Nice little sidestep with a shot. Sticked away by Cyrus. Bunk grabs a rebound. Knocked to the boards by Blake Brackett. Evangelista trying to dig it out. And he does. Over to Jake Blum. Blum steps up. Fires. Deflected high and wide. Comes back over to Gabe Outman. Outman now. Gets a little bit of help from Joel Patterson. Evangelista kicks it up. Comes back over. Yuzushinis now over to the 27 of Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin out of Brackett. Knocked on the puck by Blum. Isaac Bunk will grab it. Pressured there by Clovis Gamelin. And Bunk leaves it there for Joel Patterson. Patterson now over to Jake Blum. Blum around the boards. Not out. Kept it by Alex Fournier. Fournier. Stolen there by Isaac Bunk, who leaves it for Jake Blum. Long shift for Jake Blum, the 20-year-old from Port Huron, Michigan. Over to Isaac Bunk. Bunk now over to Sandro Evangelista. Evangelista to Outman. Quick pass feed to Patterson. Patterson now around Fournier with a shot off the post. Comes back to Alex Fournier, pressured by Gabe Outman. Alex Fournier, just 16 years old. Oh, 17 years old. Excuse me, out of Bois Château, Quebec. Picks up, he'll bring it in himself. Pressured there by Chase Martin, waiting for reinforcements. Kicks it over to LeBlanc, but knocked away by Jake Taylor. Taylor now with the puck. Trying to dig it out. Gets a little bit of help from Evangelista, who sends the Connie on a break. He'll go one-on-one with Cameron Cyrus. Backhand shot, saved by Cyrus. Connie with the rebound of Peavens, who couldn't pull the trigger. Comes back now. Jake Taylor keeps it in. Taylor with a shot, gloved down by Cyrus, and he'll hang on with 8:25 to go here in period number 2. And here comes the scheduled goaltender change. Boy, I don't know if you want to pull Cameron Cyrus. He has been phenomenal today. But so is Evan Peacock. Both goaltenders standing tall as Evan Peacock stopping all 17 shots he faced, while Cameron Cyrus in his USPHL premier debut as Luka Pivens scores! First shot on goaltender Arnold Parody, and Luka Pivens makes it 2-0 as the 19-year-old from Maribor, Slovenia his first goal of the season. And the Jets lead by a score of 2-0. Just getting ready to introduce the two goaltenders, both making their USPHL Premier Junior Hockey debuts. Now in goal for the MetroJets, the 19-year-old from Teleborg, Sweden, the 30 of Philip Hall. Now in goal for the MetroJets development program, the 16-year-old from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, the 70 of Arnaud Paradis. And we'll get that goal for you here in just a second. Luka Pivets makes it 2-0 for the MetroJets. And we'll meet both goaltenders here in just a little bit. Arnaud Paradis, the 16-year-old from Montreal, Quebec. Zakani to Pivets with a shot, and he scores! Luka Pivets, his second goal in just a couple of minutes. And Arnaud Paradis, the goaltender, the 16-year-old in his junior hockey debut, has been victimized twice by Luka Pivets. It's 3-0 Jets. And to keep in mind, Arnaud Paradis, he is only 16 years old, making his debut. And it's 3-0. And here come the Jets again. Aiden Hartzell, shot saved by Paradis. We'll get you caught up on both goals. It's 3-0. As Jackson Stone goes down. 3-0 score. Picked up by Tyler Fleming. Fleming now. Luka Pivets with a pair of goals on the first two shots on Arnaud Paradis. And it is 3-0 score for the Jets. And we'll get you caught up on both goals here in just a matter of moments as Philippe Hall covers. And let's meet Philippe Hall, making his junior hockey debut, the 19-year-old from Teleborg, Sweden. Played for the Teleborg Ice Federation J20 program in his native country. Last season, 11 games played, a .428 goals against average, .885 save percentage, 1 shutout. 3 seasons with both the Teleborg Ice Federation's J20 and J18 programs. Now a member of the MetroJets. MetroJets' second goal, his first goal of the season, scored by number 20, Luka Pivets. Assisted by number 3, AJ Zakani. Time of the goal, 11:47 of the second period. As the Jets' second goal, Pivets, his first of the season, from Zakani at 11:47 of the second period. So Pivets from Zakani. And it's going to be identical on the third goal. Pivets from Zakani that made it 3-0. As both goals coming 32 seconds apart of the first two shots of Arnaud Paradis' junior hockey career. MetroJets' third goal. His second goal of the game. His second goal of the season. Scored by number 20, Luka Pivets. Assisted by number 3, AJ Zakani. Time of the goal, 12:19, the second period. That's the Jets' third goal. Pivets, his second of the game, from Zakani at 12:19 of the second period. So the second and third goals, Pivets from Zakani at 11:47 and 12:19 respectively, have given the Jets a 3-0 lead. Borelli with a shot, gloved down by Paradis, and he hangs on. And let's meet goaltender Arnaud Paradis, the 16-year-old from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Played for the Ulysses Academy M18 program in his native province of Quebec. 11 games played at .255 goals against average, 900 save percentage, 1 shutout. It was only 2 seasons ago where Paradis played for Ulysses Academy's M15 program And here he is, Parody, making his junior hockey debut. And he makes it, now he's settled down, makes a glove save, and he hangs on. Arnold Parody, the 16-year-old from Montreal. First two shots didn't go his way, but he has settled down since then. As it is 3-0 Jets. And again, this was a planned goaltender change on both counts. Another shot there, glove down by Parody. Cameron Cyrus, for the record, 26 shots, 25 saves in 31 minutes and 38 seconds of work. So a very nice display by Cameron Cyrus. Was making his USPHL Premier debut, coming from the Jets USPHL Elite side of things. And for Evan Peacock, he stopped all 17 shots he faced in 31 minutes, 38 seconds of work. So Aiden Hartzell scored in the first period from Jackson Stone and Gianluca Varelli. And then the last two goals, both Luka Pivets from A.J. Zaccani. Those goals came in 32 seconds apart on the first two shots Parody faced to give the Jets a 3-0 lead. 4 minutes to go here in period number 2. Zaccani got it knocked away there by Stanhope. Her shot there goes wide, picked up by Pivets. He's already got 2 goals today. Over to Caleb Simpson. Simpson over to Tyler Fleming. Spins it around. Looking for, finds Sutton Majeski. Back to Fleming. Fleming with a shot through a screen. Save made by Parody. Rebound on Zaccani with a shot and glove down by Parody. And the net comes off the moorings with 3:23 to go here in period number 2. Luka Pivets with 2 goals. A.J. Zaccani with 2 assists. 3-0 score. Arno Parody has definitely settled down now as he faces a barrage of shots by the Jets. And he gloves that one down. That is the 10th shot Parody has already faced. He's made 8 saves. First 2 shots went in, but he has definitely settled down. And keep in mind, Parody, just 16 years old, making his not only his junior hockey debut, his USPHL Premier debut. Back over to Fleming with a shot, deflected, comes back across, back over to Ryder Novak with a shot goal off the skate of Parody. Comes back to Ryder Novak off the pass from Caleb Simpson. Knocked away by Donald Pratt. Pratt and Novak battle. Over to Blake Brackett. Brackett not out, kept in by Simpson. Daniel Luska goes after it. 2:55 to go here in period number 2. Kobayashi with a shot. Blockered away by Philippe Hall. Comes back to Evangelista the other way. He's got Novak trailing. Picked up by Jackson Stone. Stone steps up. Knocked away by Donald Pratt. Pratt, very steady defenseman, coming over from the Palm Beach Typhoon, where he spent the last 2 seasons, making his premier debut. As Clovis Gamelin knocked away by Evangelista, 2 former teammates on the MJDP side. Comes back to Pratt, who kicks it over to Evangelista. Wrong jet as Evangelista now to Blum. Blum to Fournier. Shot pass to Varelli. Varelli down to Evangelista to Stone. Knocked away by Parody. Comes back the other way, and Rick Fournier keeps it in. Now to Jake Blum. Blum with a shot, deflected by Brackett. 2 minutes to go here in period number 2. Gianluca Varelli now with the puck. Over to Fournier. Fournier with a shot, blocked by Gamelin. Picked up by Varelli. Varelli kicks it over into the corner for Jackson Stone. Pressure by Donald Pratt, and our first penalty of the game coming. And it's going to be on Donald Pratt. So for the first time today, First time this game, a penalty called. And that will put the MetroJets on the MetroJets Foundation power play. And by contrast, MJDP will go on the take it to the mat. Michigan athlete training penalty kill. Special teams for the first time this season. So technically, it's both the MetroJets Foundation power play and a take it to the mat Michigan athlete training penalty kill. Matt Naiman's got to fix the video board. You have to maybe a split screen or something. Right. So power play opportunity. Jay Taylor with a shot deflected wide. 1:30 to go. There's a shot there saved by Parody. Comes back over to Luka Pivets. Pivets to Taylor, back to Pivets. Pivets with a shot, deflected, scores! That could be it was deflected. If it was by Zaccani, that would be Zaccani's goal, but that may have went off an MJDP defenseman. Either way, it's a MetroJets Foundation power play, and Pivets celebrating. That's the hat trick for Luka Pivets. And it is 4-0. Nothing score. Luka Pivets. With the goal. And it was indeed Luka Pivets. Hat trick. 1 minute remaining in the second period. MetroJets goal on the MetroJets Foundation power play. His third goal of the game, third goal of the season. The hat trick for the number 20, Luka Pivets. Assisted by number 15, Jake Taylor. Time of the goal, 18:39 of the second period. That's the Jets' fourth goal. Pivets, his third, the hat trick on the MetroJets Foundation power play from Taylor at 18:39 of the second period. So Luka Pivets, not only the hat trick, the natural hat trick for Luka Pivets. And it's 4-0 score. By the way, the penalty was on Donald Pratt, a 2-minute minor for cross-checking at 18:17. Ten seconds left. Here in period number 2, it's been all Luka Pivets with a natural hat trick, including one, the MetroJets Foundation power play. Blocked by Corey Anderson as the horn sounds to end period number 2. Shots on goal in the second period. The MetroJets with 20 for a 2-period total of 37, while MJDP was 7 for a 2-period total of 18. The score at the end of 2 periods of play, the MetroJets 4, MJDP 0. Coming up next, DTS Drive Training Specialist, second period interview, and the return of Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar, as she is going to talk to another one of the returnees on this MetroJets hockey team. It is the 19-year-old from Grosse Pointe, Michigan, A.J. Zaccani, who assisted on the first 2 goals by Luka Pivets. He's standing by with Sarah Vassar.
Thanks, Matt. So, AJ, you have 2 assists today. Can you walk us through how you made those happen?
The first one, good face-off went well. Just tried to take it to the net. I actually took the puck from Sutz. He wasn't happy about it, but I made sure he was a little happy after that. And then the second one, Pivek was in the right spot. He made a great shot, so worked out nicely.
So this is the first game of the season. What is it like to be back? You're back here playing with us at MetroJet again.
So good. I mean, you think about it all summer. You wait all summer for this, right? Tough ending the last season, and finally make it feel right coming back out here, getting back at it, and going at it again.
All right, well, welcome back, and good luck with the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys on the plate deck.
Thank you so much, Sarah. We'll take a short break, about 8-10 minutes or so, and come back for the start of period number 3. The 2025-2026 home opener for the MetroJets development program, MJDP, who trailed their brothers from across the locker room, the MetroJets, by a score of 4-0. You're watching MetroJets hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. The 2025-2026 USPHL Premier Home Opener for the MetroJets Development Program, MJDP, who trail their brothers from across the locker room, MetroJets, 4-0 at the end of 2 periods of play. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club behind the flight deck, alongside Black Bear TV broadcast producer and normally our color analyst, Matt Naiman. His son, Tyler Naiman, man the controls on the camera, while Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar continues to lurk about the building as we jump into the DTS Drivetrain Specialists second period recap. For over 40 years, DTS has been the place to go for hardcore drivetrain solutions, founded and run by performance enthusiasts like our good buddy Claude Plant Jr. DTS is the kind of place they're looking for but can never find. Located in Warren, Michigan, DTS is the place for all the high-performance parts, all the hardwood knowledge required to make them work in hardcore applications. Go to drivetrainspecialist.com or call 1-800-521-0628 for more information. Shots on goal in the second period. The MetroJets with 20, 2-period total of 37, while MJDP was 7 shots in that period for a 2-period total of 18. And in that second period, it was all Luka Pivits scoring with a natural hat trick. His first goal of the season on the assist from A.J. Zaccani came at 11:47 in the second period to give the Jets a 2-0 lead. Then just 32 seconds later, Pivits' second goal of the game, also on the assist from A.J. Zaccani. That came at 12:19 to give the Jets a 3-0 lead. Then with the Jets on the MetroJets Foundation power play, Pivits, his third goal of the game, the natural hat trick for the 19-year-old from Maribor, Slovenia. And they came in the MetroJets Foundation power play on the assist from the captain, Jay Taylor. That came at 18:39 to give the Jets a 4-0 lead over MJDP. Just one penalty in that period, and that was on Donald Pratt of MJDP. A 2-minute minor for cross-checking, which came at 18:17. And it was only 22 seconds later when Pivits completed the natural hat trick to give the Jets a 4-0 lead. Next home game here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena will be a week from today, Friday, September 26th, as the MetroJets, it's their turn for their 2025-2026 home opener here at MCIA. They will face off against their chief rivals, the Toledo Cherokee, next Friday, September 26th. Vital title pregame show at 7:15 p.m. Face-off at 7:45. That'll be the first of 2 games on the weekend for the Jets, as they will take on the Columbus Mavericks the next day on Saturday, September 27th. Vital title pregame show at 4 o'clock. Face-off at 4:30 next Saturday, September 27th. MJDP will go on the road for the next 2 games. Both of those games will be against the Fort Wayne Spacemen next Saturday, September 27th, down at PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Face-off at 7 o'clock. And then on Wednesday, October 8th, also at PSM Ice House against the same Fort Wayne Spacemen, face-off at 3 p.m. Next home game for MJDP will be on Friday, October 10th, 3 weeks from today, as MJDP's first ever meeting with the Fresh Coast Freeze will be the second game of that Friday doubleheader. The MetroJets will play the Battle Creek Colonels in the first game of that day. The second game, MJDP against the Fresh Coast Freeze. Vital title pregame show immediately following the MetroJets Battle Creek Colonels game. Face off 15 minutes after warm-ups. That is on Friday, October 10th. Our first look at the MetroJets Elite team won't be until Wednesday, October 15th. The Jets will play the Fort Wayne Spacemen Elite. The Jets Elite team will play the Fort Wayne Spacemen down at PSM Ice House. Their first 2 games of the season, both on the road at PSM Ice House. Saturday, September 27th, face-off at 4 p.m. And then on Wednesday, October 8th, face-off at 12:10 p.m. The MetroJets Elite home opener is on Wednesday, October 15th, against the Fort Wayne Spacemen. First of 2 straight games against the Spacemen. Vital Title pregame show at 11:45 a.m. Face-off at 12:15. As we get set to go for the third period. MetroJets up 4-0 over MJDP, who is the home team. This is their home opener for the team based out of the USPHL Premier Midwest Division. They're wearing the home blue uniforms, white shoulders and red trim. They're skating right to left of your television screen, while the MetroJets, who also play their home games right here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena, they are the road team today. Wearing the road white uniforms, blue shoulders and red trim. They're skating left to right on your Black Bear TV dial. Whether it's your Android, your iPhone, your iPad, your laptop, your big screen TV, however and wherever you're watching us, whether it's in the building or tuning in live, we can't thank you enough for tuning in to MetroJets Hockey Live exclusively on the new home of the USPHL. That is Black Bear Sports Group. Kobayashi on there with Fournier. Kicks it up to A.J. Zaccani, who gives chase. He's got 2 assists today. He was our DTS drivetrain specialist. Second period interview. And a shot there, knocked away by Parody. Ball comes back over to Jackson Stone. Kicks it away over to Jake Taylor. Taylor feeds it across over to Isaac Bunk, who collects it off the boards. Bunk with a shot off the blocker, and then off the crossbar behind Parody. Taylor with a shot deflected just wide by Zaccani. Zaccani looking for the deflection. Bunk with a shot. Deflected Stone. Stone to Majeski. Back to Stone with a shot. Goes wide. And the net comes off the moorings with 18:43 to go here in period number 3. Glad to have you with us here on the new exclusive home of USPHL hockey. That, of course, is Black Bear TV. Jay Taylor deflected. Sharon with a shot, save, rebound, and scores! Aiden Sharon in his junior hockey debut here in the United States picks up his first goal to MetroJet. The 20-year-old from Livonia, Michigan, makes it 5-0 MetroJets. As Parody was turned inside out in the goal crease, Sharon capitalizes on the rebound, and the former Ironwood Lumberjack scores his first goal as a MetroJet to give the Jets a 5-0 lead over MJDP. We'll wait the assist, but it was Aiden Sharon, his first goal as a MetroJet. Puck deflected into the Jets zone. Jake Taylor will collect. And it is Aiden Sharon on the assist from Aiden Hartzell and Jake Taylor at 1:22 to give the Jets a 5-0 lead. MetroJets' 5th goal, his first goal of the season, scored by number 89, Aiden Sharon. Assisted by number 7, Aiden Hartzell. And number 15, Jake Taylor. Down to the goal, 1:22 in the third period. That's the Jets Sharon, his first of the season from Hartzell and Taylor at 1:22 in the third period. So that's Jake Taylor's second assist. Hartzell now the goal and an assist for the Jets. As the MetroJets lead 5-0. Our first icing call of the game, believe it or not. Hard to believe. 17:24 to go in the third. Our first icing call. We are full of stats here up here in the flight deck. Appreciate Matt Naiman's hard work, our Black Bear TV executive producer, normally our color analyst, but someone forgot their headset today. We won't mention who. I mean, far be it from us to mention who made a mistake before the first game of the season, forgot their most important piece of equipment. It's laying on my dresser at home. It was absolutely me. I forgot my headset, so I got Matt Naiman's headset on. 5-0 score. Isaac Bunk, the former Motor City Gambler, knocks it into the air for Jake Taylor, the captain. 37th captain in the MetroJets' 37-year history. He was an alternate captain last season. Here comes Luka Pivets. He's already got 3 goals today. Knocked away by Alex Fournier. Nice play by Fournier and Patterson. Now to Simpson, over to Chase Martin. Chase Martin into the glove of Arno Parody. Chase Martin, as we mentioned last season, completing the gauntlet. Starting his career in the Metro Junior Jets organization in the Mites, worked his way all the way up, and it climaxes here today as Martin, who played last year with this MJDP program, now with the MetroJets, completing that complete gauntlet of coming through the ranks. First player in Jets history to complete that cycle. From the bottom all the way to the top as Parody makes a save. Ryder Novak. Over to Owen Coulter. Coulter, second season in the organization, first in the premier side. Simpson with a shot up high and wide. Rebound caught by Coulter, the 20-year-old from Lexington, Kentucky. Knocked away from him, now picked up by Noah Berderka. Berderka double team there by Novak and Chase Martin. Martin now will bring it in. Martin knocked away there by Mario Boscovich. Boscovich shoves Martin into the boards, picked up by Coulter. Gets a little bit of help there from Spencer Stanhope. And it comes out to Boscovich, too far for Berderka. Picked up by Tyler Fleming. 15-20 to go here in period number 3. MetroJets 5-0 lead over MJDP. Fleming will bring it in. Pressured off the puck there by Boscovich. Also pressured by Blake Bracken. Now Kobayashi trying to get it out. Kept in by Fournier with a bounce. With a fluttering puck goes over the head of Arnold Parody. Evangelista trying to keep it in. Couldn't do it. Outman now feeds up to Corey Anderson, who deflects it in. Leading scorer last year for the MetroJets Elite program. Now on the premier side. Fleming keeps it in for Fournier. Fournier with a shot right into the corner. Gabe Outman feeds it up right in front of Evangelista. Back to Outman. Fleming steps up. Back to Outman. Knocked away by Kobayashi, but not a second effort there to Anderson to keep it in. Spencer Stanhope, the 19-year-old from Spring Lake, Michigan. Feeds it up to Gamelin, now to Boscovich. Not out, kept it by Jake Blum. Blum feeds it over into the corner. Blake Brackett will go after it. Pressure by Gabe Outman. Sold by Evangelista, who tried to kick it over to Corey Anderson. And Clovis Gamelin, now to Boscovich. End of a long shift. Picked up by Kobayashi, knocked away by Fournier. Yuzhusianis sends it in, the former Cougar, Chicago Cougar. Philippe Hall for Jake Blum, now to Evangelista. Off a skate, back to Blum, to Isaac Bunk. Bunk off the boards to Evangelista. End of a long shift, picked up by Donald Pratt. Pratt now to Yuzhusianis. Knocked off a skate, picked up by Pratt. Pratt kicks it up to Benavides. Benavides now, the 57 of Ben McLean. McLean will send it in. Philippe Hall will knock it over to the corner. McLean will grab it. The former West Side Mutt, Florida high school hockey ranks. Lost it to Zaccani. Zaccani will bring it in. Pressured by Yuzhusianis. Gets a little bit of help from Jackson Stone, trying to feed it out in front. McLean steps on Zaccani's stick, who temporarily lost his lumber and knocked out a play. 13:08 to go here in period number 3. Shots 4-2 in favor of the Jets, 41-20 overall. Face off deep in the MJDP zone. As Aiden Sharano made it 5-0, will go up against Noah Berderka to the right of goaltender Arnold Parody. Owen Coulter trying to dig it out, and Connor Wheeler is the one with it for Daniel Luska. Knocked off the puck there by Aiden Sharon with a shot off the blocker of Parody. Lubbers trying to get it out, kept in by Sharon with a shot, patted away by Parody. Owen Coulter trying to feed it up. Isaac Bonk with a shot deflected by Coulter wide. Coulter grabs his own rebound, knocked off the puck by Connor Wheeler. Daniel Luska trying to dig it out. Sharon grabs it. And a penalty coming. And it's going to be on the Jets. So MJDP will go on their first MetroJets Foundation power play of the season. And by contrast, the MetroJets, their first, take it to the mat. Michigan athlete training penalty kill of the season. Matt Naiman having fun with the video board. So it's a MetroJets Foundation power play, and I'll take it to the mat. Michigan athlete training penalty kill. Luckily, this is only going to happen twice this season. Wheeler with a shot off the skate of Isaac Bonk. Joe Patterson knocks out, kept in by Connor Wheeler. Nice defensive play. Jake Taylor plays a little bit of everything. Power play, penalty kill. As Owen Coulter, 2-minute monitor for roughing at 7:25 of the third period. MetroJets penalty to number 16, Owen Coulter. A 2-minute monitor for roughing. Penalty called at 7:25 of the third period. As the Jets Coulter, 2 minutes for roughing at 7-minute 25-second mark of the third period. That means the MetroJets development program, MJDP, will go on the MetroJets Foundation power play. And by contrast, the MetroJets now on to take it to the mat. Michigan athlete training penalty kill. Daniel Luska brings it in. Luska, the 16-year-old from Wheeling, Illinois, outside of Chicago, was able to knock in the corner, but kept out as Alex Fournier couldn't keep it in. And here comes Fournier. He'll bring it in, waits for reinforcements. Knocked away by Isaac Bonk. Gets a little bit of help from Aiden Raybone. But Boscovich able to keep it in. Nice little side step on Zaccani. But Zaccani returns the favor with a pickpocket, and Zaccani drives it down into the MJDP zone. Parody will leave it there for Alex Fournier, the 17-year-old from Boischatel, Quebec, Canada. Making his junior hockey debut, ironically playing against his older brother, Enric Fournier. Feeds it up to Ryan Jacobson. Jacobson now with the puck. Trying to sidestep. Caleb Simpson almost fed Jackson Stone. Stone wisely lets it go to kill off more of the penalty. Both teams back to full strength. So successful take it to the mat. Michigan athlete training penalty kill by the MetroJets. Too far for Pevitz. He's going to negate the icing as he gets there ahead of Boscovich. Fournier trying to get it out. Kept in by Jackson Stone. Stone brings it in to Pevitz with a shot off the mask of Arno Parody. Jets continue to apply pressure. 5-0 score. Caleb Simpson cross ice to Chase Martin with a shot, goes wide. Simpson trying to keep it out, trying to keep it in, but Jacobson, nice defensive play to knock it out. Picked up by Chase Martin. Both teams in the midst of a line change. Martin dumps it in. 9:35 to go here in period number 3. MetroJets with a 5-0 lead over their brothers from across the locker room, the MetroJets development program. Donald Pratt will bring it out over to Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin with a shot, patted away there by Philippe Hall. Backhand shot off angle and knocked away by Chase Martin. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Jets in the midst of a line change. Martin leaves it for Hartzell. Hartzell dumps it in back for Martin. Aiden Hartzell in his junior hockey debut, a goal and an assist today. Picked up by Martin. Sends it towards the net. Bouncing puck save. Rebound comes out. Backhand shot by Borelli. Knocked away. Majeski with a turn wrap around. And knocked away somehow by Parody. Kobayashi trying to knock it out. Kept in by Tyler Fleming. Fleming sidesteps Kobayashi. Trying to sidestep Galen, but couldn't do the same to Donald Pratt, who wraps it around the board. And it goes all the way down. Icing will be the call. 8:30 to go here in period number 3. Didn't have an icing the first 2 periods. Now we've got 2 here in this third period. Luka Pivets with a natural hat trick in the second period. That third goal coming in the MetroJets Foundation power play. A.J. Zaccani with 2 assists. Aiden Hartzell with a goal and an assist. Aiden Sharon with the other goal. Jake Taylor with 2 assists today. Picked off there by Stanhope, who tried to get it out. Kept in by Corey Anderson. Pratt battles there with Gianluca Varelli. Knocked away by Evangelista. Sandro Evangelista. Up to Eric Fournier. Quick pass to Tyler Fleming with a shot. Patted away. Rebound Evangelista. Couldn't pull the trigger. Kobayashi will grab it. Not out. Kept in by Tyler Fleming. Feeds it up. Hops over to stick of Varelli. Pratt tries to knock it away. Evangelista to a wide open Corey Anderson with a shot. Goes high and wide. Boy, Corey Anderson had an opportunity there as Gamelin will send it in. Enrique Fournier. Haven't seen him on the ice too much with younger brother Alec Fournier. Anderson battles with McLean. Evangelista sends it across. Was looking for Varelli, but knocked away by Daniel Luska. Over to Lucas Benavides. Benavides trying to get around Isaac Bonk. Trying to feed it to McLean to Luska. Trying to bank it off the backside of Philippe Hall. Yuzushin is trying to keep it in. Picked up by Caleb Curto. Curto leaves it for Daniel Luska. 7:10 to go here in the third period. Benavides off the boards. Curto went through his skates. Bunk now over to Ryder Novak. Novak looking for Owen Coulter. Coulter spins around. Feeds it over to Patterson with a shot save made by Parody. Wraparound attempt. Goal puck is loose in the goal mouth. Novak with a couple of shots. Parody makes a couple big saves. Puck is still loose and Parody covers it up with 6:46 to go here in the third period. Arnold Parody with 4 huge saves to keep this game 5-0. Parody's junior career didn't start the way he wanted to. First 2 shots went in, but he has settled down since then, as that was the 50th shot overall by the Jets on MJDP. We're out shooting them 13-4 in this period, 50-22 overall, as the Jets hit the 50-shot mark. Tomas LeBlanc driven to the boards there by Isaac Bonk, picked up by Jake Blum. Blum sends it up to Owen Coulter. Coulter, cross-ice pass to Ryder Novak. Novak pressured there by Connor Wheeler. Boscovich knocks it around, not out, kept in by Joel Patterson. Patterson and Wheeler both fall to the ice. Boscovich trying to elude Owen Coulter. Boscovich off the boards to LeBlanc, who got it out with a little bit of help from Ronnie Lubbers, who sends it in. 5:55 to go here in the third period. The Jets with a 5-0 lead over MJDP. And Philippe Hall makes the save. Luka Pivets with a natural hat trick. In the second period, that's been the difference. Here in this game, all coming in the second period. Pivets' natural hat trick sandwiched by goals by Aiden Hartzell and Aiden Sharon. Majeski tried to feed Sharon, who was flanked there by Alec Fournier. Here comes MJDP the other way. Aiden Raybone. Raybone with a shot, goes wide. Partial deflection there by Pivets. 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. Comes back, shot there by Graham. Oh, shot pass looking for Jacobson, who's flanked there by the captain, Jake Taylor. Raybone up to Graham. Graham backhand shot and he scores! Landon Graham picks up the goal. His first in the season. as the elite graduate who did score a goal in his one game has made it 5-1. Landon Graham, the 20-year-old from Lake Orion, Michigan, has put MJDP on the board. They trail 5-1. Nice backhand over the left shoulder of Philippe Hall. And MJDP on the board. They trail 5-1. Landon Graham spending last season with the MetroJets Elite program, 20 goals, 29 assists for 49 points on the season. Led the team in scoring during the playoffs last season, second in the regular season. And he picks up the goal from Aiden Raybone and Daniel Luska at 15-14 to pull MJDP to put him on the board. They trail 5-1. Gabe Altman now brings it in. Altman with Stone to Zaccani with a shot, he scores! A.J. Zaccani gives the Jets a 5-goal lead back as Zaccani, the 19-year-old from Grosse Pointe, Michigan, his first goal of the season to go with 2 assists today. And the Jets have their 5-goal lead back at 6-1. 4:20 to go here in the third period. MetroJets Development Program's first goal. His first goal of the season, scored by number 17, Landon Graham. Assisted by number 91, Aiden Raybone. And number 93, Daniel Luska. Time of the goal, 15-14 in the third period. That's MJDP's first goal. Graham is first in the season from Raybone and Luska at 15-14 of the third period. So 6-1 the score. And A.J. Zaccani answered, and Jackson Stone almost answered again. MetroJets' 6th goal, his first goal of the season, scored by number 3, A.J. Zaccani. Assisted by number 25, Gabe Altman. Time of the goal, 15:39 of the third period. That's the Jets' 6th goal. Zaccani, his first of the season, from Altman at 15:39 of the third period. So Graham from Raybone and Luska pulled MJDP to a 5-1 deficit before A.J. Zaccani just 25 seconds later made it 6-1. His first of the season from Gabe Altman at 15:39 has given the Jets a 6-1 lead with 2:56 to go here in the third period. MetroJets will play the Toledo Cherokee 1 week from today. Friday, September 26th. We do expect the voice of the Toledo Cherokee, Zeke Fravor, to join us up here in the flight deck as what has become tradition here at Mount Cummins Ice Arena. If he remembers his headset. Yes, exactly. I got to remember my headset as well. .245 to go. Yes, I'm so fortunate with my Black Bear TV executive producer, Matt Naiman. Shots 15-7 in favor of the Jets, 52-25 overall this game. And that's not the discount Arno Paradis play in his debut, junior hockey debut. Keep in mind, Paradis, just 16 years old. He will not turn 17 until late March of the next calendar year. 2:20 to go. MetroJets will move for now into a 3-way tie for second in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division with the Red River Spartans and the Toledo Cherokee, all with 2 points apiece. They all trail the Columbus Mavericks. Yes, me forgetting my headset was a rookie mistake, yes. The Columbus Mavericks looking to go 3-0. They host the Battle Creek Colonels tonight. An 8:30 face-off. Red River Spartans host the Cincinnati Cyclones tonight, 8 o'clock face-off. On the Midwest side, the Fort Wayne Spacemen hosting the Chicago Crush, 7:30 face-off tonight. The Fresh Coast Freeze have their opener tonight against the Bearcat Hockey Club, which is the former Motor City Gamblers, who have moved to Buffalo, New York, and are now members of the USPHL Great Lakes Division. Aiden Raybone will bring it in. Pressure, nice, nifty move around Isaac Bong, looking to try to feed Graham. Nice defensive play by Evangelista. Kept in by Raybone. Nice play while falling down to keep the puck into the zone. Chase Martin, pressure by Ryan Jacobson. Up to Ryder Novak. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Off the board, Stanhope, nice defensive play. Raybone knocks away Simpson. Pressure by Jacobson, who backhands into the corner. 1:05 to go here in the third period, as the MetroJets will go to 1-0. MJDP to 0-1. 1 minute remaining in the third period, as Philippe Hall makes the save with 57.4 seconds left here in period number 3. MetroJets with a pair of home games next weekend against the Toledo Cherokee next Friday, September 26th. Vital title pregame show at 7:15, face-off at 7:45 against the Cherokee. Then a little less than 24 hours later, the Jets will host the Columbus Mavericks right here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Mavericks looking to go 3-0 tonight. They'll host the Battle Creek Colonels at Ohio Health Chiller Ice Rinks North. As for the game here, Saturday, September 27th, Vital Title pregame show at 4 o'clock, face-off at 4:30, live right here on Black Bear TV. Shot there by Gamelin, and Philippe Hall makes the save. So of the 4 goaltenders that played today, Evan Peacock will have bragging rights back at the dorm today, stopping all 17 shots he faced. Philippe Hall has stopped 8 of the 9 shots he has faced. Arnold Parody has been busy today. In his debut, he has stopped 22 of the 27 shots he has faced, while Cameron Cyrus stopping 25 of the 26 shots he faced today, with more shots ongoing. Luka Pivets brings the puck in, right on Parody, who hangs on. 9 seconds left here in period number 3. Luka Pivets, the 3-goal natural hat trick. The third goal came on the MetroJets Foundation power play. The first goal turned out to be the game winner for Pivets. And that's just going to about do it. Philippe Hall will play it to kill more time as the horn sounds. Final score, MetroJets 6, MetroJets Development Program 1. Shots on goal in the third period. The MetroJets with 17 for a game total of 54. While the MetroJets Development Program with 11 shots in the third period, game total of 29. Final score, the MetroJets 6, MetroJets Development Program, MJDP 1. Your 3 stars of the game brought to you by the 57th running of the International 500 Snowmobile Race, the most thrilling and prestigious snowmobile race in the world. Starts on Sunday, February 1st, 2026, and ends with 500 laps around the 1-mile high-banked ice oval in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, on Saturday, February 7th of 2026. Your number 3 star, with a goal and an assist for the MetroJets, the number 7 of Aiden Hartzell. Your number 2 star of the game, with a goal and 2 assists for the MetroJets, the number 3 of AJ Zaccani. And your Ocean Blue Development, number 1 star of the game, as you watch the players in the Play for Bray circle. Your number one star of the game, 3 goals, 1 in the MetroJets Foundation power play, 1 the game-winning goal for the MetroJets, the number 20 of Luka Pivets. He is your Ocean Blue Development Player of the Game. Ocean Blue Development out of Tampa, Florida, developing residential real estate aimed at workforce buyers in the great state of Florida and providing investors with attractive risk-adjusted returns by investing in small to mid-sized residential real estate development projects in high-demand markets around the southeastern United States. Your Ocean Blue Development Player of the Game. Heck of a way to kick off the 25-26 season. 3 goals, the natural hat trick. The 3rd goal was the MetroJets Foundation power play goal. That very first goal, Sarah Vassar, was the game winner. And now they all 3 were scored by Luka Pivets, who's standing by.
Thanks, Matt. So, Luka, you had a hat trick, starting the season off hot. What'd you do over the summer to train for this?
I worked at a warehouse. And just worked out, try to get on the ice as much as I can, and that's pretty much it. Not really much to do out there, so.
So your next game is going to be next weekend against Toledo. What do you think that the team has to do next week to prepare for that?
We got to be a lot more physical on pucks, handle pucks better, and just get shots on net. It's pretty much most of the stuff we got to do. That's our game. And as long as we do that, we're going to be good for Toledo.
All right, well, congrats today, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Sarah, no water bottles.
Oh, did you see me flinch, though?
Yeah, that's a natural reaction, isn't it, though?
Yeah, no. I was like, oh, no, it's coming from the side.
You just know it's coming, but ironically enough, no water bottles today.
Probably next week, though.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Thank you so much, Sarah. As always, a wonderful job. Final score, the MetroJets 6, MJDP 1. MetroJets go to 1-0 in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division, while MJDP falls to 0-1. MJDP will go on the road for their next 2 games. The next game for MJDP will be at PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana on Saturday, September 27th. The first of 2 straight games against the Fort Wayne Spacemen. 7 o'clock face-off on September 27th, and on Wednesday, October 8th, right back down to the Hoosier State, PSM Ice House against the same Fort Wayne Spacemen. 3 o'clock face-off in that game. The next home game for MJDP will be 3 weeks from tonight on Friday, October 10th. Right here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena, they'll face off against the Fresh Coast Freeze. Vital Title pregame show will be immediately following the first game of that day, which will be the MetroJets and Battle Creek Colonels. Face-off will be 15 minutes after warm-ups. And as we mentioned, the MetroJets, they're going to enjoy the friendly confines here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena next weekend, starting on Friday, September 26th, a date with the Toledo Cherokee. Vital Title pregame show at 7:15 p.m., face-off at 7:45. Then a little less than 24 hours later on Saturday, September 27th, the Jets will play the Columbus Mavericks. Vital Title pregame show at 4 o'clock, face-off at 4:30. I like the way the Vital Title just rolls off the tongue. It's so much easier than Regions Title Agency. I'm just telling you that right now. On behalf of all of us with the MetroJets Hockey Club, for our owner, our president, Pete Kamick, for General Manager Justin Kinville, for MetroJets head coach Jimmy Lovell, MJDP head coach Jake Howie, MetroJets Elites head coach Danny Vanderweel, as well as our goaltenders coach Randy Wilson, head scouts Mike Sutton, Scott Sturgeon, equipment manager Paulie Sheridan, director of communications is Matt McKinder, Stu Forbes, also director of broadcasting. Of course, can't forget about Tyler Naiman, the astute cameraman to my right up here in the flight deck. And from Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club, honors reporter Sarah Vassar, and our Black Bear TV broadcast producer and color analyst Matt Naiman. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club, saying good afternoon. Final score, MetroJets 6, MJDP 1. You've been watching MetroJets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. Good afternoon, everybody.